This is pretty wild. I mean, to see Hellranger off of the Breach and onto the Astra means they're changing up who's going to be the smoker here on Split. And I mean, KO is quite an interesting choice. I'm really curious to see how they're going to utilize this. You don't get to see it often on Split even. Mostly
Eugene's
you're seeing
even
on
playing the Sova.
Breeze. Yeah. This is all over the place.
This is crazy.
This is very unanticipated, and I hope I didn't cast her curse intro, because he is going to go back to the Cypher instead of stick with the Killjoy. So it seems like they would just kind of want to have that cam presence, try to get early eyes out, and be able to, monitor a site pretty much independently, while staying back and staying safe. So we'll have to see how they pilot it this time around. But the Sova stick in from Eugene is very much a head scratcher, not shifting over to the Sage.
I mean, this is just kind of madness all around. You have double Sentinels, like double info Sentinels too, with the Killjoy and the Cypher from Global Esports. You have double Initiators rocking the Sova as well on Split. Very uncommon pick. So a lot of uncharted territory, I feel like, for these teams when it comes to just breaking the meta completely on Split. This is not what we were used to seeing, but luckily we have two genius casters to walk us through the action. Let's send it over to them.
Oh, Ender, you're too nice, but thank you for that. Asarai, what the hell is up with those compositions? Did you see the agent select screen? They got two Sentinels here on Global. They got the Kaio as well. Then they have a Sova on Split for Damwon on Eugene. I'm just perplexed, but I want to pick your brain real quick before we move into the map. What do you think about that agent select that we got early on here as we're moving into the final decider for this series?
First of all, we both have glasses, so I think we can do that anime thing with the, just adjusting our
you
our
point with the
and
glasses.
such. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Here's the more in-depth thing about that. We obviously know that we already know the map is going to be split.
Yeah.
That particular map does not really favor a Sova, right? People would probably pick over Sky over her. Exactly. It's just not the Sova map because I feel like the lineups are a bit too long. You don't really get that much value from the recon dart. The Sova drone is just a bit too slow. It's very easy to break that and not get the information you're wanting. But here's the thing about that. I think if you double it up with particular agents such as another initiator like the Sky and even the Astra to kind of flush out corners, I feel like the Sova actually makes a lot of sense because it's kind of the same thing that you do when you're playing newly on Icebox, newly on Breeze, or newly on Fracture. You want the double initiator to be able to make sure that when you go into the site, there's not really going to be any stone left unturned. And in turn, this gives Damwon all the information they need to actually be able to let their Jet just rush into the site and get the kills that she wants. Because again, she's not going to be looking at plant box or at the back of the A site at board. And maybe when you're going to the B site, there's nobody going to be at the back of it. There's no one hiding at the left side of you because they can't really do that sneaky thing because there's going to be the Trailblazer, there's going to be the Sova drone. It's a really easy way and a very sure way to get into the site. For Global Esports, the double Sentinel on attack, I think also does have some merits. It's not going to be explosive like what we were probably looking at with some of the setups that Global have done back at least on the Haven map, but what I really do like about this is it just makes sure that you can't really get flanked from behind wherever part of the map you are. It makes sense that near you, it's going to be Killjoy. Far from you, it's going to be the Cypher utility that keeps you safe from Damwon.
Well, they won't have that initiating power you might have expected from them here on Global, especially seeing that they're a very aggressive team, right? But it will kind of help secure, as you said, the flanks, and I think importantly as well, their post plant. Their post plant is going to be so strong because of that double Sentinel. Obviously, Split is a defender-sided map, and so that's going to rain more crew when we do go to that second half, but for Damwon, you have lots of information gathering here. They got Cypher, they got obviously now Sky, and obviously Sova, and that's something that we're going to really have to see play out. But final map of the series here, the decider. Looks like they're going to pull up an Avengers to get over this wall, and actually no, they're just going to scrape at it, try and get some shaved ice to get through this A main, at least open up that alleyway and not let Damwon be too complacent, but they're looking to rotate right now. The defense has been pulled into the A site a bit more, but they're not fully committing on that defensive hold just yet. It's the right idea, considering Global are looking to turn their heads the other way.
Black, I think we might have made a mistake.
Huh?
If you look at the agents and the ones that are actually playing, it's incredibly different from what we
different.
saw.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
so we
race.
might have been faked a little bit. Man, I already had like a good saying on the selections and stuff. The mindset was there, but they're gonna go for a much more tamer approach to split.
There's a
It's
breach.
the agents that we usually see when the split map is on play. Speaking of which, the trigger has been pulled. SK Rossi is gonna be pushing in here, waiting for the fault line just to follow through. Skills, late push, loving it, just to see if somebody's gonna be dropping down, and we're back into a numbers discrepancy here. 3 versus 2 out in the open. This is very risky. If Skills doesn't time this correctly, he's gonna get pop shotted, and he's fine.
Nope.
Never mind. 3 versus 3.
3 versus 3 here. The retake is going to come in from Damwon. They got some utility work with, but that flash will dispense. They got the Initiator and the Duelist here to try and aggress onto this, but Skills is doing a great job of forcing them back with those blast packs. The smoke will give them a bit more holding power here, as now Damwon are a bit afraid to try and rush into that site. Skills has been given away. Golu finding the pick. Hellranger doing the same, and Golu's going to confirm the round, as now we're going to get that UI reset. But guys, Global have taken the opening pistol.
Skills, their supposed Astra/Sentinel player, has opted to go for the Raze. Great round overall for Global, but this has been a trend, I think, Black. I think a lot of teams that we will be seeing here that usually have a Killjoy main also actually has a Raze under their belt for specific maps. And I think some of those specific maps would probably be maps that need a little bit more explosiveness, not the mollies. So like Bind, maybe even Split, and it might actually work well. You have that kind of double whammy again with a Duelist, and I really do like how you have that. Again, I think Paper Thin, you know, got it on the mark here. Kind of like the pseudo dash to go in onto the site. And speaking of going into the site, SK Rossi doesn't miss a beat, takes the entirety of it as Texture and his teammate Intro drops down.
Well, this initiating power is going to be heavily in favor of the attacking side of Global. To be quite honest with you, I think this is a map that Global have an advantage in, not just with their compositions, but Kappa turning back around 180s after 180s, getting the double, and Global take this second round. But as I was saying, you know, I do think that this is a map that Global are quite favored in. I mean, their win percentage is a lot higher here than Damwon's is. They're close to, actually, they're above 80% here on Split itself. When you look at the side of Damwon, they're only a 50% win team here on Split itself. This is not one of their better maps, and we saw that when the going gets tough, when you go into those close quarter fights and chaos that Split provides, well, Global are really proficient at just running away with that advantage. But you win the opening 2 rounds. Now, Damwon looking to maybe win the third.
You know, I am bad at Korean, so I don't know if Damwon means something to them or it's like a literal brand, but their name, literally in English, it is Damn, we won. Something like that.
Yeah,
right?
Damn,
So,
won.
Yeah, that maybe a play on words. I don't know. But, yeah, at least
Well,
for now. Yeah, sorry. You were saying.
It sounds quite Korean to me, so I assume there's a different meaning to our very illiterate and, I guess, ignorant ears.
Asaray. I'm just the only one. I'm pretty sure our Twitch chat is much more knowledgeable than both of us combined. So we'll probably can see their replies later on, if whatnot. But going back a little bit into the match here, do apologize for the UI. It's a little bit confusing, guys. They're not on pistols. As you can see, Intro has already bought up, and maybe he can line it up as well. But the double stack from Skills as well as Kappa, enough to take down the A Heaven control. And that's pretty big, because Killjoy, with her utility, has a lot of presence there. Texture. Oh, no way. Just timing once again. He looked to the left as soon as he got dropped down from the right. That's going to be another good round for Global.
That's a beautiful finisher, by the way, on the skin there of Kappa on the Spectre, but round going the way of Global. 3-0 is the scoreline. Do not forget, we'll get that Barracks UI fixed up for you guys in just a bit. We'll get the interface so you guys can tell what's happening on the overlay, but what you have to remember here now, 3 rounds Global have won in a row to open up the map. Damwon are going to be forced on the pistols this time. There is a bit of a different composition than what you see on screen as well. To be completely clear here, Global, they're running a Jet, a Breach, an Astra, a Raze, and a Cypher. So that is what they're running with. Disregard what we have on screen right now, at least on the UI, but let's get this game going as Damwon are looking to aggress on the mid. This could actually work out for them if they can find the timing on this. Mid.
There's a 3-stack in SK Rossi, like a coiled viper. He strikes, and there's one more target. It is going to be Eugene. And Eugene definitely don't got the jeans worn today. And he's not going to be able to make that happen. And that's going to be another round for Global. I've actually lost track of how many rounds Global has won. I think it's
4.
up to 4 now. There you go. Black with the best counting. I'm very bad at counting.
Apologies, we've kind of struggled throughout our entire educational lives.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Chat, we apologize, but as well as for this UI, don't worry, we're gonna get that fixed hopefully soon in time. But
Oh, for sure.
4 rounds now, Global have up over here, making Split look quite attacker-sided, although they do have a great composition to do exactly that. Damwon are looking quite lost, to be quite honest with you here, at least on Split for those opening halves. Maybe they can turn things around once we go later into it, but he actually stuns his own teammate. SK Rossi, very dangerous his position is right now, not able to land that shot as Jong Hai, perfect help here coming from intro. Even while kind of blind, he still gets that. The triple kill now goes into the way of Damwon, and this could be their first round of the map.
It's like that jigsaw puzzle where you think that the piece is the one that's there to kind of fit in, and then it just doesn't as you try to push it into that. It's literally that. It felt like there's just so much good things that is happening there for Global, but it just did not kind of mesh well all together. There still is a minute on the clock, but I mean, it's gonna be, again, impossible for Hell Ranger here to get himself onto that B side, especially now that the 3 members of Damwon have corralled all the way there. He has the right idea here to go on A. 40 seconds, if he wants to, he can actually go slowly into it, but he's double checking himself. Showing the smokes there would not actually stave off the 3 members of Damwon. They're gonna stay, or maybe a double fake. I don't know. We'll see though.
Maybe you fake them out by committing to the exact same thing, but now position has been given away. That slow orb will hamper any idea or any notion of him trying to push into that B site freely and openly. Information given away. They know where he is, going for those jump peaks just to keep him off guard, and now Texture will get the final kill. And suddenly, finally, Damwon take their opening round of this half. They bring it now 4-1. They could maybe continue this on further.
That's a great start now for Damwon. And we do kind of talk about it, right? That in Southeast Asia, at least for when we casted VCT-C, it feels like Split is always that attacker-sided map. And at least a glimpse of that is also bleeding into Apac. But we'll see how that goes. Damwon have the necessary tools to make this a very good defender side for them, especially when they do have the 2 Sentinels. But Global, still, I feel, do have a very good control of the rest of it. Now, you're seeing the UIs a little bit, guys. It's still not the same one, so don't be fooled by it, at least for now. But looking into it, it is going to be a very delayed process of attack for Global, unless this is a pause, which I think it is.
Yeah, attack pause here. Just to be completely clear, it's a tactical pause that, you know, these teams are calling. I'm not sure. Attack.
Pause.
Tactical. It's almost like very, very. Well, I'm a ticklish person, so I don't like to mess around with that, to be quite honest with you. Are you a ticklish person, Asarai? Does this tickle your fancy?
Why did you say it in that accent?
I know, we're having fun with this. It's attack pause.
Yeah.
What can you do when the UI is mucking about? Let's have some fun with this. I mean, it's the final map of this series. And there we go, 4-1, scoreboard up. Agent's actually legit. This is looking pretty good now. Let's get this game going.
It's pretty good. I'm enjoying the cast. I'm getting sips of my Vietnamese coffee. It's all you know, dropping into place here. So, yeah.
I have a Spanish latte.
Oh, look at
Courtesy of,
us. Not drinking Filipino coffee.
Yeah, one of the casters on the Filipino side, so thank you, Ray.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, looking back into the game here, Global Esports obviously still does have a very good grasp, and that round that Damwon were able to clench for themselves, I felt was Global just kind of missing the mark on their execution. I think that was the most obvious thing, especially when SK Rossi was again stunned by his own teammate's fault line. that definitely was their quote-unquote fault, right? The big problem to that was... I'm getting hyper by the coffee, all right? But yeah, again, the big problem to that was because he was so far forward, teammates was just not able to kind of follow through. Speaking of follow through, here comes the satchel charge. We'll see if it's better this time. And that one hit the center stage or the center fold. SK Rossi got to whip up the weapon, but Secret still finds the kill.
Flash on now. They've traded each other now 4-4 on the peak. Skills punished. I think that was a bit overzealous there. Over eager for him to go and peek that smoke without even having a flash to help him. Rolling Thunder on out, but that's not really going to do much. The lockdown will buy them some space to work within Global. They found a pick off here in Eugene, but Intro is going to do the same to Kappa. Does get Golu. It's all on the Hellranger in a 1v3. We've seen him pull out incredible clutches. It pulls him into the fray. Secret not able to get the half, and this is huge now coming from Hellranger, but no more stars for him to light up the sky. Intro can now stick the defuse. He gets the down on the texture, and Hellranger down to a single HP. Now, playing this one perfectly, biding his time. He knows he has to push this, and that he does! Hellranger getting the kill and the round. What a clutch from him. He is the clutch maestro of Global Esports.
And the symphony of clutching has just been shown in front of us here, Black and Blue. I just, that was so clutch from Hellranger. And the thing that made it even more fantastic for Global was the fact that he did that when I felt like Global made a huge mistake in dipping too much to get that alley control. They lost two of their more important, of some of their important players, that being Skills as well as SK Rossi. But Hellranger, he's built different, man. We saw it a while ago. It was supposed to be 13-6 on the Ascent map, but he still brought it that extra round for Global Esports. And when you need somebody to clutch, who you gonna call? Hellranger, and it works out hell yeah for him. 5-1. Interestingly enough, it's Global Esports that called the timeout, but I mean, if they want to bring the, if you want to keep the momentum, maybe something like this would actually help them out.
Who you gonna call?
Hellranger.
Go, Hellrangers. All right, that's 2 shows now we've referenced.
Oh yeah,
Global.
Great shows,
this time out
too.
from them. Yeah, very great shows. I love it. I love them. Yeah. But and movie series, by the way. But now Global Esports tactical timeout already used up. Looking to maybe go this A site, but you can see that Damwon Texture looking to try some stuff of his own. He does have the Sheriff here. Maybe can find a pick off if Global aren't too careful. Have the Cloudburst to cross, and they get that through the smoke as well on the texture. This eco is going to have to come in huge for Damwon, otherwise this round should be a done deal. They now know exactly where the remaining Damwon members are, and they know they can flood the site here.
Oh my gosh.
Secret, okay, spamming his left click, and finally somehow gets a double, brings it to a 3v2. He knows where Secret is, and there's nothing to hide about that, but it's all in Zhonghe. He's down in 1v3.
He does have all the stars in the world, but is he going to be in a star moment himself? I don't think there's any weapons that he can actually pick up on A main too here. So he's really just left with the Sheriff. Scanning, looking, hoping that somebody is going to be an outlier here. Somebody he can pick off and maybe upgrade himself into that rifle, but it's not really going to be possible. He peeks out, looks to maybe go for the challenge, but Global Esports knew exactly what they had to do in that 3 versus 1. And Damwon, we've gone through a small map, or a tight map that is Haven, gone to a bigger map that is Ascent, and now back into a tight map again that is Split. I feel like there's a theme here going to where Global Esports are a dominant team. And I don't know, 6-1, looking to be that thing.
Damwon. They really need to win one here at this moment. Otherwise, you go 7-5. If you continue to lose that after the low eco, then you could be potentially down 8-4 at best. So, Damwon really need a roundabout now. It's going to help their cause and definitely help their, I guess, confidence as well. Texture trying to play off of that information, but information none given, but that's information in and of itself. They know that mid is clear for the meantime. Some presence being shown here towards that B main as Global have a double lurk here coming from Skills and Golu. That's the Raze and Cypher respectively towards that A heaven. And this could actually be quite disastrous for Damwon if they don't catch on.
They are stacking 2 players. Just to look at A Heaven right now, Skills, he's creating maybe a bit of presence. Not really pushing in just yet, because scanning A Heaven, when you push in as one, there's way too many angles. And when people are able to make that happen, it's going to be quite difficult. Skills now using the smoke to try to scurry his way in, but Zhang He knew exactly what was coming through. Still, though, the fake is being sold. 4 members of Damwon have gone already to the A site, but Zhang He is still here holding on. The smoke's covering his vision, so the plant should still be there. I do like this. They've kind of put Golu in a spot where I don't think Zhang He knows about this. Once he hears the plant coming in, he might actually peek onto elbow and get spotted quickly by Golu. Holds on. They know they have the numbers, but Golu could be in a bad cheeky spot. Second will not commit. Wait! Texture! Where did he get the kill on Hellranger? They lined up for him.
They must have lined up, but Global still bring it back. I thought that would have been around towards Damwon's side, but Global off of Kappa, able to get the round still secured, and they're looking to run away with this. A 6-round lead now they have over the Korean squad, who have been looking quite lost here coming in a split. It looked very different in Ascent as it did on Haven, and once again, a different look now on Split as well. A map that we talked about at the very start, not one that should favor Damwon, and that's looking to be the case here as Global have a very, very strong opening lead.
Strong might not be even that strong of a word now. They're just stealing this away, Black. They're just not stopping. I mean, it's supposed to be, again, Damwon having the control with all of the utilities that they have to be able to stave off the pressure, but Global, they're just rummaging through the cracks and crevices that Split offers. Now, Eugene is very close to getting caught here, but we'll see how this goes! That's a showstopper, finds a mark. Skills still has the satchel to get out of harm's way. Texture is marking his position, but he's looking at 2 angles here. He's kind of afraid of what could be coming through the A main. Skills gets at least taken away from that scary position with the smoke from his own teammate, and Texture's hoping to maybe capitalize. Not going to be working out, and looking into the map once again. Intro is going to be holding on here. Under on Hell. Flash will be coming out. Beautifully done. Punish will not come through, but GE, they're still going on for the push.
Very hard to try and buy this one back now in the 3. Make that the 2v5 as Kappa gets the kill on the Eugene. Textures, he's dispensed most of his blades. I'm not sure if he even has them up online anymore, as now the rotation is coming to that A site. They know it's open. They know they can go and force the plant. Bucky has been retrieved here by Texture, but what will that really do? It's the wrong time. You're a few patches late, a few months late to be pulling this one on out, and Rossi will get that kill. It's all on the intro, but at this point, they should be turning the tunes for the outro. As this round, it's a done deal. Concuss, but what will it get? Golu a peak. They get the 8th round.
I like how you point out the Bucky, and then I'm just reminding ourselves that we have F for Q still somewhere along the line of our matches here. I think tomorrow is going to be one of their matches. So
I don't doubt they're going to pull it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just like, it just reminded me of that for some reason. But yeah, looking into it, those weapons definitely not going to be helping out the case of Damwon. It was a definite weak buy for them, but now they're changing up some form of strategy here. They've bought up Texture with the Operator. He's been good at it on Ascent, but I feel like Split, not really the map for Ops. We'll see if he can make it work, though. That Slow Orb, I mean, stuns were good, but Slow Orb even better.
Well, it might just be what they need. It's Damwon who have to find some lifeline. They're living on a prayer right now, and this is not one that they want to continue to chant because, well, 7-round lead, looking to run away from them. They get that pick off. This could be a turning point, but we've seen many times over that Global are able to shoot themselves out of these bad situations, out of these man disadvantages, and that could be the case once more. Smoke will give them some alleyway. Texture landing the shot on the Hellranger. Not a difficult one, but an important one to land. And Intro will get the follow-up. 2v5. If they lose this, then I don't know what else they can do, but this should be a round that they secure, and that they're very close to doing.
Kappa still not spotted. That flash did not actually give his location away, but regardless, 5 versus 1, there was every bit of angles covered by the rest of the Damwon squad, and finally, they're getting some foothold here. And switching texture into the operator, incredibly risky. And again, people might say that I'm wrong with my statement and all, but hear me out here, Black. Operators here, it's very risky if you play it even with a jet, because you tend to bump into walls even if you try to dash away, which makes it very easy for attackers to punish your position if you're not able to hit those shots. But if Texture is able to do crossfires with his teammate, bait and switch, and hit the first initial shots with the op, it might be a better case for them. And Damwon have put themselves into this risky spot and make it work. But speaking of risky, SK Rossi, he lives for the danger. This man's a daredevil, but this daredevil has been shut down. Although GE Skills able to pick up the kill to equalize to the 4-4.
He's still walking through it, breaks down the wall, the melt of it as it comes up and up, and the res here coming from Secret as well. Eugene can potentially use that to bait them into a position, and they now know that Heaven has been controlled by Global, but this also gives him some actually staging ground to try and counteract this. Intro landing that kill, falling on back to pull the defense, or offense rather, even further. Great nano swarm, he's gonna push through it. Skills punish, going way too over eager there, hunting for the frag. Hellranger, look at this. He's just playing within trigger discipline, lets him walk on by. Gonna confirm that kill, getting one, getting a second on that spray transfer, but not much more. Damwon, 8-3. If they can bring us 8-4, this could be doable, but even at that, it's gonna be a very, very difficult endeavor.
That was some great trigger disciplining there from Hellranger. Fortunately, there still was Jonghee that said Jonghai on, well, as he came in to the B site. We'll see as well, Black. We've witnessed some 9-3 curses here, as what was with the first series with Boom and Fennel. So if this becomes a 9-3, we could probably see a curse that Damwon utilizes. It's very possible. But for now, last round in the first half, as you mentioned, and looking into that ult economy, Black, 4 big ones. Make it 3 big ones for Global here. But when Damwon's Texture can hit those op shots, who even cares if Global has those 4 big ultimates? Such sickening beats from Texture here.
He shuts down Rossi, and that's all in the Hellranger, Golo, and Kappa. Cosmic Divide out on. This is the last round of the half, so this is the time to use it. They still have the Neural Theft here, which could be huge as soon as they get a pick off, but they're going to have to find that pick to be able to even use that ultimate. Lockdown here will buy them some space, but they have to be careful because as it comes on out, they get it destroyed, which is very good for them. Good aftershock, but Cosmic Divide has expired.
There's going to be a big flank from Intro, but
Golu, no way.
He's opening things up. This Cosmic Divide, able to actually divide the fights here, and it's working. Golu, he's picking up all the kills, and Damwon, they've all but lost this. Hold on,
no
one on top of the heavens. Jonghee left into a 3 versus 1 scenario, and that scenario will be him losing it. Global pick up the 9, and we're gonna end this half 9-3. That was a 3 versus 5, Black. That should have been Damwon's, but separation of fights with the Cosmic Divide, beautifully traversed by Global Esports.
I am stunned here by Global and how good they are in making those situations work out for them. Tactical timeout called by Global, but dude, 9-3, this is looking like a runaway game for them. Damwon need this pistol round, otherwise I think this is done. I think Damwon are getting sent out to the lower bracket if they don't win this pistol round, because Global are looking way too good right now to let such a huge lead if they win the pistol get away from them. Able to bring that 3v5 as he talked about, using the aftershock there first to destroy the lockdown, and then playing around his own smoke. Global, Golu playing around his own smoke, just finding a double, a triple at the end of it. It just, it's props to Global for, capitalizing on these moments, but you also have to look at Damwon and think, like, what are they doing in these retakes to be able to give Global that time and time again, to be able to give them those isolated fights and get the 1v1s happening over and over. There has to be something going on here that Damwon has to change up, but it's an attacking side for them. This map is notoriously defensive-sided. We're looking to see if Damwon can, go against all the odds here and bring us maybe even to a closer game for the final decider.
again, with how Valorant is structured, right? 9-3, it's a big gap. But when you compare it to other games that go 15-15, 30 rounds before you go out of regulation into overtime, this seems a bit more palatable when it's like 24 rounds for just the in regulation, right? So I just mean by that, when you get that round win as the one who's on 3 rounds, that's 9-4. Another one because it's basically your extra round, that's 9-5. The bonus, if you win it, 9-6. Becomes much, much, much easier. So that's why we have that 9-3 curse, because teams really can go above and beyond to create that tempo, to create that momentum, Black. And I feel like even though, again, we talk about how very notoriously defender-sided we feel Split always is to be, when a team can just find that groove, and we know Damwon can with the adjustments that we've seen them do on Ascent, it is very well near possible. But the problem here is they're just not really getting that beat on Split. Global just knows what to do. But when you flip the switch, maybe it's going to be a bit of a different task here. And Damwon do decide to go for this aggressive take onto B Heavens. But look at the positioning. Double push out already on Global on Market, and they can hit one on Secret. And Skills, smooth criminal to be able to get the headshot and just Mamba out 4-5 at the rest of the round.
Very nice controlled aggression here from the side of Global. They realize B main is quiet, and so they push that lane to maybe find an opening, and that they do. SK Rossi here finding Eugene, and this is looking very dire right now for Damwon. I said, if they lose this pistol, then this could be a done deal. Now it's looking to be the case. It's a 3v5. They're going to have to land insane shots here. But Texture, he's been tagged up by SK Rossi. He's been taken down very low. A single bullet will do him in at any range at this point, and now Damwon, little do they know, there's only one defender on the A site. They got to start to work with here. They actually got 2, and this could be influential on this round. Hopefully for their sake that they can, maybe get that plant off and have some opportunity to win in that post plant. But right now, it's looking very dire for them. The plant should be able to go down, but Global are in a very good spot to retake this site.
Might have actually even given up the side, or given up for the plant, just so that they know that there's one at least onto the side. That tripwire does not help the case of Damwon at all. But maybe the fadeaway shot from Jonghee would be enough. Texture is down to 13. His teammate's gonna get stunned. He's coming out, spotted immediately, and it's all down to Intro. But maybe he can isolate the fights. It was just a maybe. It's not really gonna happen. That's gonna be 10-3, and I'm pretty sure going into the next round, at least with the spike being planted down, it has to be a force spike from Damwon. They cannot give that 11th round to Global. They just cannot.
This is not looking good. A force buy has to come in here. They've been able to win some of these force buy rounds in the second round of the half, but will it be enough for them to actually do it this time around, especially with seemingly the wind fading away from their sails? Global Esports here. Full buy on them, no mucking about here. You can see a Phantom already in the hands of SK Rossi. And Damwon are looking to maybe force buy into this one. Intro, he's got a Sheriff in hand, but the rest of him, they got SMGs all abound, and they do not want to give up a single round from this point. They know what that means. And now the B site, a 4-stack here once again coming from Global is going to be a big problem. But if Damwon can find a pick here in the Golu and realize it's open, then who knows what might happen. But look at the full rotation. As soon as they make some noise, the spike is close towards B, and so they could actually kind of get them with a double fake out here. The full rotation coming from Global. They do leave one player there on skills, but it could be palatable right now. Although, Damwon, that's right, going towards the A site, and this might not work out for him.
They've lost SK Rossi, but at least for this particular map, he hasn't been the star of the show. I think it's been Hellranger as well as Skills that really have kind of created the space for them. Hellranger, sneaky boy, able to use the smoke to deceive that nobody was on the A side, but then boom, goes the Dynamite, comes out swinging hard, and the rotation from Damwon, they know that the big rotation from Global has already gone onto A, and they just high-tuck their way to the B side, will be used to give some free space, safe space to push in onto the B side, but they're scrambling. They're losing a lot of map control here, and Skills has spotted Intro, who is trying to be sneaky beaky onto the side itself. That's going to be only Jonghee to remain. He's going to be picking up onto the Phantom. It's a 3 versus 1. He has to go crazy on that spray down. Not really going to matter anymore, and Global deny the force buy of DK, or DWG.
This is looking like a done deal. I'm not going to lie, Asarai. Their next round shouldn't go their way for Damwon. It should be a 12-3. At that point, you're going to need, like, what, 9 rounds perfectly? And seeing how Damwon have been looking here on Split so far, that doesn't seem highly likely, to be quite honest with you. I think they're getting sent to the lower bracket. I don't want to call the action before it happens, and who knows, I might just be cursing it right now, but it's the reality of things here. The odds are against Damwon. Can they bring this one back? That's a possibility, yes, but not a very probable one. Looking for maybe mid-control to start things off. I think they've had some cards to play with, but they've just been using that hand not to the best effect that you might have expected from a team like Damwon, and so Global, very impressive from them so far. They've been defaulting to a 4-1 stack on the B site, and they're aggressing once again because of this opening on B main.
There's that tiny bit of smoke. Ooh, Jong-hee. He steps up to play in this round. He might even be able to hit another shot if Hellranger's not careful, because he is just going straight into the crosshairs of his counterpart, Astra. Jong-hee's done the damage. But there you go. He immediately calls for some reinforcements here, Black. And Ranger, he still wants to go for the fight, and well, he's going to be chewing through this as his teammate blinds the rest of the opposition. And DWG, they're pushing to go for this. People are on B Heaven already.
I'm not sure why Intro was clearing that so deep alone. His teammates were near, but not near enough to immediately trade, and just misplay after misplay here coming from Damwon especially. They've kind of encapsulated the site right now, and Dexter is able to get that rotation around and get the flank. They could pincer Hellranger here, and that's exactly what they do. 3 versus 2 right now. They picked up some Spectres, and they have a chance, an opportunity here to turn this around, but the double spray down coming from SK Rossi brings it to a 1v1. Golu with a Phantom is more than enough to secure the round. 12-3. Global take match point and looking to take the series as well.
There might have been a questionable play for us and our viewers, but to be fair, because Damwon did not have technically any weapons that would have netted them in prolonged range fights, they wanted to go for contact plays with as many people as they can try to scrounge up on. So it's literally trade plays that they were trying to do there. It could have worked, but because Global just had the better weapons, sprays with the Phantom is such a prominent thing, and SK Rossi, he almost had a beat there. Thankfully enough, the dog from Secret keeps him contained a little bit, which he had to dash away. He's making a lot of noise here, and Golo's been knocked away. That's going to be maybe opening things up for Kappa, but his positioning as well as his maybe over-eagerness to push has cost him his life, and only just the one trade. So that's going to leave us with a 4-2. I was wondering if that save buy for Global was going to net them anything, and it seems it does with this aggressive full buy into this round.
Shut down here by Jong-hee. Skills finally going down, and Damwon not going down without the fight just yet. It's going to be a very, very tough climb to the top, to the peak here to bring us into overtime, but it's a first step, and that's all you need. That's how these things start, with a small step to continue on and maybe get that momentum. They bring it 12-4. Let's not get too overhyped just yet, as they still need 8 rounds to get in this game, but it's a start, and that's something.
It is definitely a start. If you're a Damwon fan, they've threaded the needle, but they still have to cross the bridge, which is very, very rickety at this point. 8 steps, but those steps could be laced with Vipers, with dangerous rapids down below. It's basically your kind of, default setup when you watch Indiana Jones. So these 8 rounds, incredibly crucial, and obviously they need to go for those straight ones if they have any inkling of getting at least a bit of bearing here on our first day in the LCQ Apac.
First day alone, and we've already had some very high impact and honestly super hype matches here. Global, a great coming out party for the whole VCC. Well, this is what they wanted to do, and you're doing it up against one of the best teams from Korea, which is arguably one of the best regions here in APAC as a whole, and so they're doing really great work, Global, right now. A good sign of things to come, perhaps? Well, see, they can take this round. They do have 2 marshals in their hands, some classics. Otherwise, they know that they don't have to force buy because, well, they have lots of cushion to work with. So give them the round. We'll buy up fully in the next one on round 18, let Damwon try and do stuff.
Okay, it's a bit of a challenge in intro. Ooh, he's been tagged a bit. This could be a bit hairy. Texture dodges, brings in the Phantom without any daze, and, well, this man is not stunned whatsoever. He just procures brilliance. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. And that's going to be the flash to the death of Golu. And Damwon, they're building a dam here. And it seems like it's not bursting. Global trying to break through as the aggressive Rapids. But Damwon's defenses, or rather offense, is holding a bit true here, Black. A bit true.
It's looking like that. And Damwon, they've taken one, they've taken two now. Can they get the third in a row and actually make this look a bit more possible and cut that lead down to 6? Still a lot for them to work with, man. And the operator here coming out, then SK Rossi, has been something that Damwon have been very, very incapable, it seems, of shutting down, at least on Haven and now on Split. We did see SK Rossi kind of struggle with that operator on Ascent, but it's a very different map. And Global right now are looking like a very different team from what we saw from map number 2. And they're looking to maybe end their game right here this series.
Even though they have a Cypher, right? Because they don't have a Sage to kind of plug up that mid wall, it really tightens Global's mobility around the map. And by that I mean it's not really up to their liking. So they have to rotate at least one player ever so often to be that kind of little rotator, just to kind of help out the sites if in case. Golu's going to be the one to try to do that. It seems like, at least for now, Damwon knows this, and they're baiting out a lot of utility. And especially if you can count how many stars Ranger has used and he doesn't have anything for the rest of the round, 40 seconds, that's actually big. It's going to be quite difficult for them. Still, Kappa throws out the trigger onto that ultimate of his, and can the Rolling Thunder actually make it happen for them? Golu! Oh, never mind! The crossfire is beautiful for Global.
Completely shutting them down, and so are the hopes and dreams now of Damwon. 20 seconds left on the clock. That isn't much time to work with. Texture, they've found out where he is. He's got blades, but can that be enough for him? Going to the back of the side, getting that dash on. It's a 1v3. He's shut down, and Global send Damwon to the lower bracket as they take the series 2-1.